channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and Jake family. Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yes.
It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back
with another reaction video.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Chit channel.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back.
You know what I'm saying? Where was y'all at in 1972 when the Pink Floyd tour was going on?
Oh, right.
Comment down below.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? But we're back with some more reactions, man, to put some more awareness out there. Hopefully open up some people's minds and eyes and ears and things like that. So, with that being said, let them know who we're going to react to today, young lady.
We are reacting to Fox News. Shout out Fox News.
Shout out.
And this one is titled, Hunter Biden Plea Deal Appears to Fall Apart at Court Hearing. I wonder what happened.
Right. Y'all know what's going on with Hunter Biden, right? Okay, well, if y'all have not seen what's going on, go check out some of the videos we been dropping. Catch on up. We ain't talking about Hines, though.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Catch on up, Hines. But anyway, let's get into it. But before we do, everybody that's not subscribed to the channel, damn.
Wow.
You feel me?
Okay.
Go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And comment down below, baby.
Down below.
Come join the squad.
Yeah.
Half and Jay. Plus, we already kicking off.
What?
Good vibes, baby. Good vibes.
Boom.
Here we go.
Griff Jenkins live outside the courthouse with what he can confirm. Griff.
Yeah, Harris, I can confirm that this plea deal may be falling apart before our eyes. You know, I've been here reporting outside. Our producer, Jake Gibson, is inside. There's no electronics. There's no cameras. And finally, I said, look, it's been over an hour and a half. Let's see what's going on. I just left the courtroom seconds ago. They're in recess at the moment. Here's what's transpired. The Judge Noriega basically began by asking questions about the plea deal itself, about whether or not the pleading guilty to 2 tax demeanors could be tied to the diversion part, which is avoiding charges, which is a felony on the gun charge. And there was disagreement in that. But the major headline that's transpired in this courtroom that is likely going to be what we're talking about for the rest of the day is Judge Noriega asked the prosecution if there was an ongoing existing separate investigation into Hunter Biden right now. The prosecutor saying yes. And what was holding this deal up, and they're in recess now because the defense asked for some time, so the judge granted it. What's up in the air is whether or not Judge Noriega will even accept this deal, because this deal would possibly give Hunter some immunity to future charges, and she's not okay with that. That is why this is taking so very long. So again, to recap, this deal is by no means underway, being accepted by the judge, because the judge is not okay with linking the tax guilty pleas with avoiding the charge on the gun or any other possible charges. As we now know, there is an ongoing, existing, current investigation separate from this case into Hunter Biden. That's what.
Well, let's first and foremost applaud the judge.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For not showing favoritism just because of who he is. You know, he got to be treated like any other person, period. Imagine how many Americans out there who probably did not pay some taxes or whatever the case may be, forgot about it, whatever, like myself, that feels the pressure from them, but then see something like this that goes on. I mean, imagine how we feel, though, about that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to that judge for that, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Hand clap emojis down in the comment section. You feel me? For real.
current investigation separate from this case into Hunter Biden. That's what we've got so far. We expect the court to resume here, for them to be back in session, and we'll bring you more as we get it. But quite stunning headlines. I was shocked to walk in that courtroom and see that they're in recess with this judge very much not ready to accept Hunter's plea. Now, we do know that Hunter did speak just very briefly, saying that he was prepared to plead guilty, but the judge obviously holding that up, saying, hold on a second. I'm not okay with the part where you plead guilty to tax and avoid the diversion portion of this, devoid any future charges on the gun thing. Right. And now we don't know the details of the current investigation that the prosecution has now acknowledged. The judge asking for details on that. The prosecutor, Wise, saying that, no, I can't go into that. I'm not at liberty to discuss. She asked what it could have possibly involved FARA, foreign agent registry charges, and the prosecution not willing to say exactly what's under investigation. But this is very much a moving, developing story right now. We'll bring you as much as we get it, and certainly when Jake, our producer, comes out of that courtroom and we have a decision, we'll bring that to you. But at this moment, at this hour, this plea deal is very much up in the air. Harris?
Griff Jenkins, great reporting. And I know that it's difficult when you're not in there. There's no technology that we can share information with, text messages and all of that. And we understand the challenges of all of that. But great job today being able to confirm some things, get it on the record, what you could. I mean, we were hearing things come out of that.
You know, and it's, like I said, it's cool that that judge is doing that and she's not feeling intimidated about who he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some judges may feel intimidated or feel like their job might be it. You know, but she's doing what she's supposed to do, going by the law, right, and holding him accountable for what he does, no matter who he is, whose son he is.
And I just have to give a shout out to all the wonderful Americans out there who didn't tolerate this, who spoke up. Right. And I'm pretty sure she heard, you know, her voice, heard and read things. Right. So shout out to y'all. Right. Shout out to us.
Right. Right. Who's really pushing the issue on this.
Right.
Though, you know, because
if we just sat and kept quiet, I'm wondering if she would have sided with him.
More than likely. More than likely. But
we putting pressure. Applying pressure.
Applying pressure. When you apply pressure, pressure busts the pipes. So, you know what I'm saying?
Confirm some things, get it on the record, what you could. I mean, we were hearing things come out of that courtroom, and you got to be really careful with that because this is legal. And you taking your time to get that information is very important. Thank you. I'll come back to you moments from now. Andy McCarthy, former assistant U.S. attorney and Fox News contributor, Phil Holloway, former assistant DA and criminal defense attorney, are back with me now. So, Andy, I'm just going to come right back because you and I had just said, does this mean that the Hunter plea deal appears to be in jeopardy? Is it falling apart? And you said we don't know yet. After all of that reporting from Griff Jenkins, your answer?
Well, based on what Griff said, all I can say, Harris, is what I've been saying all morning, which is this just seems so corrupt. There's no good reason for the Justice Department and the Internal Revenue Service to take a plea where you're giving away the store to somebody as to whom you have a pending investigation.
So why did they do it?
Serious counts. Because there's political pressure. I mean, it's obvious. If you had an independent counsel, if Merrick Garland had done his duty and said that there's a conflict of interest here because the Biden Justice Department can't, with integrity and ethics, investigate the president's son in conduct in which the president is implicated, you would have an independent investigator in here. You would have a special counsel. And if it was a credible person, the last thing that person would do is take a plea while the investigation is still underway. Right. The only time I've ever heard of that happening is you have somebody who is cooperating with the investigation and is willing to plead guilty to serious charges and enter a cooperation agreement. But this is just a straight...
Basically a snitch. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. You feel what I'm saying? Tekashi 6ix9ine. Oh, I'm sorry.
Serious charges and enter a cooperation agreement. But this is just a straight plea agreement where they're giving away the store, and they're giving it away the store to somebody who's under investigation involving millions of dollars paid in by actors who are foreign parties that are corrupt and anti-American. It makes no sense.
Land the plane. Who does that benefit? Andy?
It's got to be what? I'm sorry?
Who does it benefit to do that?
Hunter, yeah.
Well, it obviously benefits the Bidens, President Biden principally.
Wow. Okay. Phil, I want to ask you this. When they announced this plea deal a few weeks ago, the Justice Department said that they were going to leave it open as an ongoing investigation. And I remember talking with legal experts at the time saying, well, why would you do that? Was that to try to block some of the information that might come through, House oversight or judiciary? Do you have any thoughts about that now? I mean, it's still dangling to me.
Yeah, I do. And of course, I think that's one of the big concerns that the judge has. As I mentioned, the defense really wants to get this done because they want the protection of the double jeopardy clause. The only reason that I can think of why a prosecutor would want to go ahead and take this plea now with an ongoing investigation is because the prosecutor also wants to give that defense to Hunter Biden and his team. So that would mean that both sides of this are manipulating the system in a way to create a double jeopardy bar from any future prosecutions. If you're a cynic, like I am at this moment, that's the only conclusion that I can draw from it. You had a problem with it, like you mentioned, Harris, when this was first reported. Lots of us in the legal field had problems with it, and today the judge also has a problem with that. Right. How she resolves it, I don't know. Perhaps she could get Hunter Biden to go ahead and say that he waives formally on the record any statute of limitations defense, but that seems far-fetched. I really don't know what's going to play out, but I do see that this plea deal is falling apart before our eyes.
Phil, I just want to know, what kind of deal are you going to cut in that courtroom right now? Like, what is going on inside that courtroom? That it's been almost 2 hours. We know they're on a break. They're supposed to go back to this. But I want to know what's happening, what's unfolding. We can't see it, but you have so many years of experience. What is possible for his attorneys at this point?
If the judge is willing to even accept a plea on the information, the charging document that she has before her, the only thing they could be negotiating about sort of on the fly in the courtroom is some type of sentencing enhancement, i.e. jail time. It could be that they say, all right, we're going to agree to do a little jail time now on this gun charge and not do diversion. They could try to put more teeth in it to see if that satisfies the judge, but the judge is not going to tell them in advance what she will and what she won't take. She's just going to say, go back and try again and bring something else back to me. I'll tell you if I'll take it when you bring it to me.
Well,
so that's a lot of times how these things go.
And Andy, it gets back to what you said. It's that 10-year felony count. It's that softness, and particularly that gun charge.
Yeah, I think that's right, Harrison. And to Phil's point, in federal law, it is a number of states are different in this regard, but in federal law, judges cannot participate in the plea negotiations. So she can signal to them, what's okay with her and what's not, but she can't get into the nuts and bolts of it. Mm-hmm. And the second thing I want to say is that I think one of the most important things that Griff reported a few minutes ago was when the judge raised one of the terms in the agreement, and Griff said there was disagreement about what that meant. At that moment, I must say, I think you tear up the plea agreement, you have to start over again. So people are clear on this, a plea agreement is a contract. And just like to go Contracts 101, a contract is a meeting of the minds. So if you have the two sides getting up and saying, we disagree about what this means, then they don't have an agreement. Right. And if they don't have an agreement, there's not really anything to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, it's like any other type of thing that you're doing, whether you're buying a house, a car, or anything. Until it happens, it hasn't happened.
Right. Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno.
Wow.
I mean, I think it should fall apart, though. There's basically he's trying to run them concurrent.
Yeah.
And They're two separate charges.
Right.
You know, you can't. You should nah. That's not cool right there. You can't. Like I said, you got to treat him like a normal American. You know what I'm saying? Like the average Joe Blow. Period. No matter who his dad is, no matter who he is, no matter what his last name is, because it's unfair to the American people.
Yeah.
Normal
very unfair.
people like you and I, you guys out there, you know, who do the little, you know, whatever, get in a little BS little troubles or whatever the case may be, and they definitely want to throw the book at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to see this play out on live TV.
So they're trying to get him immunity. Well, double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy. So basically,
So he can't for any further charges.
correct. So if I plead guilty on this tax charge, we will forget about the gun charge. You know what I'm saying? And everything else, because they kind of like.
And if it ever comes back up, no one can.
Correct. There's no double jeopardy
Prosecute
type of
him
thing,
or-
right? Because statute of limitation. Wow, that's crazy.
Well, we will see how this plays out.
Right. Right.
See how it plays out.
Right. Y'all comment down below, man, and let us know how y'all think it's gonna play out. Do y'all think the judge will accept your plea agreement, or do you think the judge gonna completely throw it out? And yeah, let us know. Let us know. Comment down below. Anything else you want to add?
I have nothing to add.
All right, let's jump to some shout outs then.
Okay, first shout out goes to Sydney Sommer. What's up, Sydney Sommer?
Sydney Sommer. Sydney Sommer, shout out to you. Thank you for being part of the family. Thank you so much for all the support.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you. Come back and join us for some more reactions.
Thank you, Sydney. Second shout out goes to Ray Colin. What's up, Ray Colin?
Ray Colin, shout out to you, man. Hope you definitely enjoyed that as well. Thank
Yes.
you for being being part of the family.
Yes.
Thank you for all the support. And we definitely appreciate everybody out there.
Yes, we do.
All our old family members and new ones as well.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And we're all.
Sebastian. What's up, Sebastian?
Who's Sebastian?
Sebastian. Oh my goodness. I hope all is well with you, Sebastian. I love you. We love you. Sebastian is a longtime family member of ours.
Oh, okay.
From the start.
So just name is Sebastian?
Sebastian, yeah.
Okay,
You remember Sebastian?
Oh, yeah. I remember the name, but I mean, how many Sebastian we got in the world? I don't know who you was literally talking about. That's Sebastian.
Yes, that's
You know what I'm saying?
Sebastian.
Well, shout out to Sebastian. Again, thank you so much for being part of the family. And
I just, yeah. I
Okay.
miss Sebastian.
okay, has he?
He's on IG and I'm never on IG anymore, so I just had to give him a shout out. He was on my mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a good thing you on her mind. I'm just saying. That means she's thinking about you. All right, we love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Keep God first.
Yes.
And we'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
Yes. Peace.